What's poppin', mangoes? It's your boy Black Ginger back with another episode, and today's video takes us on the adventure that was my first day in Krabi. So, thank you all for watching.
Oh, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Let's get fired up. I woke up today in my cubby and I wasn't really too sure how much sleep I was going to get last night, but I really couldn't complain. I was paying about $5 a night to stay at the Slumber Party hostel, and I didn't realize until I got here that there was going to be so much emphasis on the party hostel part. I woke up today and I was peer pressured into joining the jungle adventure, and that meant I had a lot in store for the day. And if you ever go to a party hostel, just know that the atmosphere is full of peer pressure. We started the day with a van ride to the Klong Thom Thermal Thermal Waterfalls. This is my first time going to a hot spring, and I really thought my first time was going to be in Japan, but I was really excited to experience it a little bit sooner. It was like a natural hot tub with running water. The farther downstream you went, the cooler it would get, but it was always warm, and the temperatures reached over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Next, we headed deep into the forest to find the Emerald Pool, and along the way I tried to get some fancy shots, but I ended up losing my guide and getting a little bit lost because I was too far back.
Get to the Emerald Pool, they'll be there.
So we might have lost our tour guide, and we don't really know if we're heading in the right direction right now. We'll find out in like 10 minutes maybe.
Who the fuck knows?
Who the fuck knows?
When we found our way back, we saw this beautiful lake with clear green water like I've never seen before. I usually associate green water with being dirty, but I promise you this was so refreshing and totally worth the swim. If anybody can tell me the name of this delicious fruit that I found in the markets, I would love you, so please comment that down below. Our next stop was the Tiger Cave Temple. Originally constructed with 1,237 steps to the summit, but it's recently been updated and now has 1,260 steps. History mentions that a monk saw tigers roaming around the cave that he meditated in on the mountain, and that's where the name comes from, but I didn't see any tigers. Instead, the area is home to a huge colony of monkeys that roam the mountain. Be careful, they are very territorial and are known for biting people and apparently stealing from them too.
Hey, what you taking my stuff for, bro? Relax!
So please remember to keep all of your belongings sealed away because you might end up losing something.
So this is me before 1,237 steps.
I really don't know why I did the jungle adventure in flip-flops. Please pack a pair of sneakers in your go bags when you're going out. I was feeling dead by the 300th step. Looking back, I'm really lucky a monkey didn't steal my camera.
Just about.
2/3, guys.
2
You got 1/3
thirds.
left. You got this.
I'm died. This is me at 1,000 steps. 1,260? You said 37.
Boy!
One day, someone may ask you to walk up 1,260 steps. Let me just save you the time and say, tell them to fuck off. Tell them to flip off.
But in all honesty, the view is so amazing and it was totally worth the climb. This was my first time ever climbing a mountain and I was already exhausted from this short climb, and I really give so much more props to anyone who's ever attempted or definitely made it to the top of Mount Everest. Walking down was slightly more bearable than walking up, but the steps were still pretty narrow and steep, so you had to really watch your steps so that way you didn't fall. By the time I made it to the bottom of the mountain, I was drenched in sweat and the Emerald Pool just sounded so amazing right now. Before we headed home, we stopped at this night market and the guides bought us all these different fruits to try, and they also got us all pad thai. I'm not really a big fan of pad thai, but as a broke backpacker, it's hard to turn down a free meal. Back at the hostel, there was about 30, maybe 40 people getting ready for the pub crawl tonight, and I couldn't resist myself, so I signed up and I was getting ready for tonight's party. We started pre-gaming at the hostel with like 7 different drinking games, and we were all just dancing and having a good time, getting to know each other. I made a lot of good friends tonight. So at one point in the night, I was trying to flirt with this really beautiful girl from Sudan, And apparently, I guess I got to the point in my trip where I'm too confident when it comes to talking to girls. After all the awkwardness in this video, Now I'm too good at talking to girls. I quote unquote. I don't know. Because I'm talking to this girl, I'm telling her how cute she was, and I'm getting to know her. I'm pretty impressed because she's solo traveling. I always think it's impressive when a female is solo traveling, just because of how dangerous it is. So I'm sitting here, I'm gassing her up. But she told me I'm an American boy, so nothing I could say to her was sincere. She thought I was just spitting game. Like, I don't talk to girls. I wasn't spitting game, girl. I was just trying to get to know you. From this moment on, I was going to be Canadian. Everybody loves Canadians. No, I didn't actually start calling myself Canadian, but I was still pretty offended by the situation. She was actually a model though, so I might have just been shooting my shot too high. After bar hopping and partying all night, I eventually lost my group and ended up on the brink of blacking out like 30 minutes from my hostel, and somehow I was at slumber party, but I was at the beach hostel when I was supposed to be at the other one. I wasn't anywhere close to being in the right state of mind to get myself home safely tonight, but luckily, somebody recognized me from today's adventures and they paid a tuk-tuk driver to bring me to my hostel. And when I woke up the next day, I couldn't remember who it was that saved me, but to whoever it was, thank you for getting me home safely. My first night partying in Krabi ended up being a lot crazier than I expected, and I only survived yet again thanks to the kindness of strangers, but I think that's a good place to end today's episode. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Comment down below the word mango if you made it this far. And I wanted to announce my idea for a 500 subscriber episode. I haven't gotten my haircut since December 2019. So I was thinking when we hit 500 on the channel, I'll cut my own hair for the first time. I've never done it before, so I don't know how bad it's going to turn out. And maybe it'll turn out good. Who knows? But if you want to see that happen, share me with some friends because we got to see this channel pop off this year, guys. Live forward, learn backwards. Peace.